Well, hello. Today is Monday, December 5th. It's time for our weekly meeting highlights. As you know, we always start off with how I did from the previous week. I actually had a pretty good week. I really did. But I didn't weigh myself this morning. I had an appointment this morning at 8 o'clock. I've been up since 7. It's like, oh. And by the time I got home, it was past the hour that I normally weigh myself. I usually weigh myself at 10:30 in the morning in my pajamas. As you can see, I'm completely dressed. So I just decided to take a bye week this week, so I didn't weigh myself. I don't think I would have had a really great loss, but I know I wouldn't have had a gain because I really stuck to my plan this week and I didn't go crazy. So I know I would have had some sort of a loss. So it'll show up next week. But this week is talking about how to set an end of year intention and follow through. That's the key. The last 3 words are the key, and follow through. I told you I'm going to finish the year strong, but I have to follow through with that. So, and I have every intention of following through because I think, like I said, I think I had a good week. I know I could probably weigh myself tomorrow, but I like to stick to the same time, which throws off my when the time changes and that. So now I weigh myself at 9:30 because in the spring and summer I weighed myself at 10:30. So now I weigh myself at 9:30. I told you 10:30 just a minute ago, but it's like 9:30 is what time I normally weigh myself now. But anyway, let's set an end of year intention and follow through with it. Feeling a little adrift on your journey with so much going on this month? Just want some extra help on staying on track? These steps can help guide you towards your goals and into the new year. This is going to be a busy month for me also. I have a couple Christmas parties lined up, 3 or 4 of them to be exact. I have 2 dinners out that I'm going to, and just the normal, like I make fudge every year. I don't make Christmas cookies, but I get Christmas cookies. So I am going to make some cookies for a cookie swap collab that I'm doing with Recipes with Roy. I think it's the 17th. It's either the 17th or the 18th. I don't remember which one, but there's like 18 people, so you're going to get 18 different types of cookies. So look forward to that. On my daily vlog, I'll tell you when it gets closer to the date, exactly when it is. But number 1, they want to try this. What's most important to you as you close out this year? And you have to say what's most important to you and what you value. What I value the most this time of year is my health. And so I want to make sure that I make healthy, smart choices. I can go to a party and I love vegetables. I can do the vegetables and I can do a little bit of vegetable dip, maybe have a cookie or 2, but that's it. I don't need to go crazy with everything else. A lot of the candies that they have out, they have like the holiday M&Ms and the holiday Snicker packages and stuff like that. I can get those all year round. They may not be wrapped in a holiday wrapper, but it's the inside product, the chocolate is the same. So, I can set my intentions to have a low point or a 0 point breakfast and lunch, and then make smart choices when I go out to eat. And the next thing they say is, how can you show up in a way that aligns with that value? Like I said, when you bring something to a party, everybody always says, oh, somebody's bringing a vegetable tray or a fruit tray. If you've ever gone to any party, those usually are, the cookies obviously are always gone. Let's be honest, the cookies are always gone. But the vegetable tray, everybody picks up some sort of vegetable along the way. They just do. And I very rarely go to a party that I bring a vegetable tray that I bring vegetables home. They're usually pretty much gone. They really are. So if you show up in a way that aligns with the value of you want to eat healthy, and you know you can eat healthy because there are smart choices out there, you can do it. And the third thing they say is, what actions will help you follow through on that intention? Like I said, be very conscious of your choices in the days leading up to the party, the actual day of the party, and the party itself. It's easy to say, well, I'm going to eat 0 points for the next 3 days because I know on the 4th day I'm going to a party and then I can eat whatever I want. I don't know how your body works, but I consume, if I consume a lot of calories in one day, even though I've saved up the points for that one day, my body doesn't really recognize that. It really doesn't. And I recognize that about my body, because just because I haven't eaten for 3 days and I go crazy eating on the 4th day, it's going to make up for all the stuff I didn't eat for the 3 days previous. So I have to go with the full intention of knowing that the choices I make have to be on a daily basis and like a normal daily life. I can have a cookie in my normal daily life. I can have 2 cookies in my normal daily life. I can't have them every single day of the week. No, I can't do that. But on special occasions or once a week or something like that, I can indulge in a treat. And so I think that we have to go with that mindset that it's a nice little party, but is it any different than any other day? Other than maybe I'm seeing people that I haven't seen through the previous year as often as I would have liked, then concentrate on the conversations that you're going to have with those people. And always keep your hands occupied. Have something in both hands so that it's harder to eat. Because if you got to have like a cup in one hand and food in another hand, you're going to have to set something down. And I think that if you're holding the cup and maybe just, I don't know what else in the other hand to keep you from eating, and concentrate on talking to the people. I have no problem talking, as you can see. I can talk to anybody. I don't even have to know you. I get looks from people when I'm out that a lot of times I have to point out that I'm married. Because if I'm talking to a man, or even a woman in this day and age, who's to know? But when I talk to them, they kind of like look at me like I'm flirting, and I'm not really flirting. But maybe it's coming off like a flirt. So somewhere in the conversation, I always work in that, oh, my husband always says I talk too much to strangers and I need to cut back. I hope I'm not boring you, but my husband says that just to kind of let them know I'm not hitting on them, because I think I give off that vibe sometimes. Or an interrogation. My family always, I'm surprised that they have never got me a spotlight for Christmas as a gag gift, because they always say, they put the spotlight on because Sandy's talking to you. Because I ask a lot of questions, because I don't want to ask you a question that I'm going to get a yes or a no answer, because then you're just kind of left hanging there. I'm always going to ask you a question that's going to involve an answer that you're going to have to come up with a couple sentences to go with the question. That's why my family says I interrogate them. So I can go to a party and not concentrate on the food and practice my interrogation skills, as my family calls them. But anyway, so an example they say is, I value how good I've been feeling, so I intend to keep up my progress because I can prioritize my food tracking even when I get busy. Such a true statement. It really is. So turn one action into a STAR goal. So they spell out the word STAR. Be specific, truly doable, actionable, and relevant. So as an example, they say, at my office party today, I'll snap a picture of my plate and track when I get home to prioritize my progress. I have a problem with this. I have a problem with people snapping food pictures. I really do. I just, like on Facebook when they say, oh, I made this last night, it was delicious, blah, blah, blah. And then I look at the picture and I'm thinking, well, I hope it tastes better than it looks, because I don't think, unless you're in a food magazine. Now there are people, like Esther Newman, she posts on like her Facebook page, food that she's eaten. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful platter. I mean, I am not saying that I haven't seen food like Cat on Point. I'm not going to start naming names, because I'm going to name drop and I'm going to forget somebody. But I can look at people's food and I can think, oh my gosh, that should be on the cover of a magazine. But then I can look at other people's food and think, you ate that? So I have a problem with that. I understand the concept of that, but if you put so much on your plate that you can't remember when you got home what you had to eat, you had too much on your plate. That's my thought. I'm going to have a thing and I'm going to know, like, I had broccoli and some cauliflower and some dip and maybe a couple cookies and maybe a piece of candy or something. I'm going to remember that. Now, if I have a heaping plate, I'm going to think, did I have like the mustacholi too? And then No, I think that if you prioritize your plate to be conscious of what you're eating, you're going to remember without snapping a picture. That's just me. But to dive a little deeper, they said the journey can be tricky under even normal circumstances. Throw end of the year activities and holiday festivities into the mix and, oh yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, it can feel extra hard to stay focused, present, and on track. It is really hard this time of year to stay on track. The average person gains between Thanksgiving and Christmas 10 pounds. I've done more than 10 pounds in a year in that 6-week period, which is sad, which is really sad. My goal for this period between Thanksgiving and Christmas is just to maintain. And I think that with that mindset, that if I have some sort of a loss along the way, it's just like bonus. It's just like a bonus along the way. I am starting so far behind the 8 ball right now because this has not been a good year for me weight-wise. I don't want to finish the year like I started the year. I started the year just gaining weight, and I progressed through the whole year, and I gained almost 40 pounds through the whole year. And I can't afford to do that again. I just can't afford to do that. So as the year is coming to an end, I'm reflecting on how poorly I did for the year, but also I'm reflecting on the fact that I can do so much better finishing out the year. And that is my intention, to finish out the year strong. So before you begin navigating the parties, the food, the unpredictable schedules, routine upheavals, or whatever else may come your way, take time to connect what's most important to you. Let it inspire your internal GPS to guide you closer to your goals through these last 3 weeks and get you into the new year. This month they're going to tell, their theme is to connect with what matters. And what matters to me at this point in my life is my health. My weight fits into that. It really, truly does fit into that. But I'm not trying to lose weight to look better. I'm trying to lose weight to feel better, because at my age, I don't need to be buying any more prescriptions. I don't need to be having my aches and pains any more than they are. I don't need to wake up with a food hangover. But I also don't have to worry about any kind of beauty, not that I ever would have, like a beauty contest or something, or like, I just want to feel good. And I think with going along with feeling good, whether you look good or not, you feel good, you think you look good. So I'm just going with that mentality. I'm not losing weight to look pretty in a certain outfit. I'm just losing weight that I'm going to be healthy enough to live another year without getting another prescription added to the list of prescriptions that I might need to be taken if I don't follow a healthy food plan. So, like I said, I didn't weigh myself this week. I'm fine with that. I did have a good week. So it wasn't because I didn't think that I had a gain and I didn't want to see it on the scale. I know I would have had not a really great loss, but I would have lost at least a half a pound, because I did, like I said, fairly well. And fairly well. I had to get a song in there. You knew that was coming. But how did you guys do on yours? And how are you managing this busy month that's coming up? Because, today's the 5th. Less than 3 weeks away is Christmas. So we could do a lot of damage in 3 weeks. But we can also make a lot of progress in 3 weeks. We really can. And that's my goal, is to make some progress this week as far as living a healthier lifestyle. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if somebody might like to see it. Stay safe, be healthy, be happy, be kind, and celebrate the reason for the season. Really, the reason for the season, no matter what your faith is, what your faith believes in for this season, believe it with your whole heart and just live that type of a life. Because I think if you live that kind of a life, you live a good life. You really do. So I hope to see you here again next week, but if not, I'll see you on my daily vlog.